Hi, I'm Trooper Smacka.
Hi, I'm Trooper Wellman,
Please stay tuned for a behind-the-scenes look at being a state trooper.
and together we can make a difference.
Here we are live at the 360 Vegas studios. We have Trooper Wellman and special guest Trooper McFadden. Trooper McFadden, thank you very much for coming, and Trooper Wellman, always great to see you.
Too.
So we were talking before, and I wanted to get everything on the camera so that we can, talk about it and stuff like this. Okay.
Okay, absolutely.
And so what we were talking about was the fact of not only the driving of people driving very fast and all this, but when it comes to the troopers, okay, what people don't realize is that there's so much space and there's only so many people.
Correct.
And sometimes, like yesterday when I was driving home, there was an accident and there were two state troopers at the same accident.
Correct.
And so today I want to talk all about recruitment and all this. So please tell us what you do for Nevada Highway Patrol, and then we're going to go into all these things.
Absolutely, yes. I'm Trooper McFadden with the Nevada State Police. I've been in the recruitment division for about a year now. This is a newly sworn division. We created this position due to the fact that we're having some recruiting woes. We are having a tough time recruiting new officers and putting them on the road. We're having many officers depart our department for other agencies, and we're having trouble recruiting good qualified talent to our department.
So when we talk about recruitment, here's the thing. There might be people that we've talked about that transfer from other agencies.
Yeah.
Right? And so they're already in the law enforcement. They already have some knowledge, and maybe they want to transfer to Nevada. Mm-hmm. But when you're taking someone that has not been in law enforcement, mm-hmm. that decides that this is what they want to do, mm-hmm. right now, it doesn't matter what somebody believes. Mm-hmm. We always say that we love you.
Yeah.
We support you. Yeah. There might be a few people that are not whatever, but it doesn't make a difference about them. Yeah. But at the end of the day, law enforcement is very difficult. So talk to us about your heart to heart and what you talk to someone about that is not in law enforcement.
Absolutely, yeah. Law enforcement it takes a special person to do this job. It really does. It's a passion that it really has to come from inside you. When I'm talking to potential candidates, I kind of ask them, hey, what do you really want to achieve out of life? What is your end goal? What do you really, really want to get out of life? You want to be a law enforcement officer, but what do you really want to do? And most of the responses I get back are from, I really want to serve my community. I really want to help people. I really want to engage with the community that I serve. And I said, hey, there's no other place than to do that in Nevada. We have a very supportive, very, very supportive community here in Las Vegas, in Reno, that support law enforcement. So, with that support goes a long way, where it makes us more comfortable to do our job to better serve the people that are in the community. But yeah, once again, it's a passion that, you have to have, it's a tough position to handle, but we're going to train you on all the, assets and facets to the job. You're going to know every ins and out of the job, how to do it correctly. We're going to train you from day one to the end day, and you're going to continue to keep learning. We have parole and probation division. We have the highway patrol division. We have investigation division, state fire marshal division. It's very unique. If you go to other states, they don't have these divisions, these other divisions that you can transfer inside the department. They don't have these other avenues that they can go do. Myself, being employed with the department for how long I've been employed with, I've done multiple divisions. I've done parole and probation. I've done highway patrol. I've been a recruiter for our department. So I have all these different avenues that you can go to, Our department allows you to expand.
And with that expansion,
mm-hmm.
One of the cool things, right, Trooper Wellman, is that we've had the Lieutenant Munoz and mm-hmm. Lieutenant White, right? And they came in. And so Lieutenant White, came in plain clothes, right? And so maybe you wouldn't suspect him to be on on duty and stuff like that, but he was working,
Right.
right? And so he was the lieutenant for the overnight or the graveyard,
Yeah.
right? And so talk to us.
And like Lieutenant Munoz, I mean, he oversees all our special op divisions. So the interdiction one is what he really touched on during his interview, and half of their shift they're plain clothes and they're doing undercover stuff, and then their cars are some of the cars are marked and some aren't for that purpose of not for undercover basically.
No, of course.
Yeah. Hey, I was going to ask you, Trooper McFadden, how long have you been on now?
6 years now. Yeah, I've been on
6
for
years.
6 years.
Time
yeah.
flies. So I remember when he was in his academy.
Yeah, I want to hear this. See,
I helped
this
out-
is the
Yeah.
good stuff. See,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
wanna hear
helped
it.
out in his academy, and he was always a shining star in his academy. We knew he was going to do great things, but just within 6 years, majority of police departments out there, once you hit 4 to 6 years, you can start maybe testing for specialized units. Whereas with us, because we are smaller, we're still big, but we're smaller. You have a little more opportunity to grow faster. So Trooper McFadden started at parole and probation, and then he transferred over to highway patrol, and then he went from highway patrol over to the training division now where he's the recruiter, and that's just within 6 years. He's done 3 divisions in 6 years, which is amazing, because not only does that help our agency see different sides of each division, because when he came over to highway patrol, he helped us out on the road saying things he learned over at parole and probation, whether it be talking about offenders and tattoo markings and gangs and this and that, and he was a huge asset, as well as when he goes to the training division, now he can teach our future officers things he's learned from both divisions, and it's just it's an awesome thing that we can do, that you can move around. Plus, it builds his resume. So if he wants to promote, just overall, it's a blessing for everyone within the entire Nevada State Police when we move around, because then we walk in each other's shoes.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
very, very neat.
And the thing that I wanted to go to is that when Trooper Smacka became Sergeant Smacka, and we had the opportunity to go to the promotion ceremony, everybody was there, from the new recruits up to the major, and it was all about mentorship, and it was no ego, and so that takes what Trooper Wellman is saying, right? And even exasperating that much more. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, it's a close-knit family, when you promote here, everyone attends, everyone's here to congratulate you on your success, and that's what I love about the department is, hey, when you're, like Trooper Wellman just hit on, she's seen me rise from baby steps and, coming to my own now, and she's still here, stepping along, congratulating, helping me get to the next level. And pretty much that's all what it's all about. It's a close family. We're a smaller department, so we're able to do those type of things. We're able to have those memories. We're able to share those type of experiences with each other and continue to grow with each other because we have that close-knit family type with our department. And just building upon that has just been so great,
Yeah.
And you know what's interesting is that I noticed today that I've never really noticed. When I saw you walk into the studio today, I saw that you have this thing on your side here, like the taser and stuff, right? Yeah. You don't realize that you're wearing that stuff all day, every day, in and out of the car, running down the road, and so you really have to love what you do.
Yeah, the average belt weighs approximately 30 pounds on your waist. And there's different equipment, things that you can put underneath your belt to help with like back pain and just long-term pain. But it's very important to stay on top of that, because otherwise it'll catch up to you very quickly.
Yeah, you
Just
don't
fatigue on your
realize all
body.
these things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Trooper Wellman, so Trooper McFadden is here. We finally got him here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
finally get to see that
finally-
$1 million smile right there.
All right. So Trooper McFadden,
Yeah.
talk to us about a heartwarming story, something that gets you a little bit worked up.
my career so far in this and with this department it's been great. You know, heartwarming story. I started off with parole and probation as a parole and probation officer, and in that division, you really have a huge chance to really impact someone's life, and you know, by the people that you supervise, because they see you as their mentor. You know, you're their teacher. You know, you're the person that's guiding them to be successful, so they don't have to go to prison or jail. You know, so when I talk about something that gets me heartwarming and you know, excited, and you know, it's when I started there, I used to get cases on my caseload. You know, they've just been sentenced to probation, and you know, I supervise them from start to finish, but just seeing their progression through probation. You know, they might have came to me with no employment, you know, no job skills, you know, no high school diploma, no GED, no life skills at all, you know, and me to put a plan together, you know, so for them to be successful has always been, you know, the goal. So when I was able to see that progression to its end and to its entirety, that's what it was all about. I was like, hey, this is the career that I was looking for, you know. But within our department, it also allowed me to expand and do other things in our department and come to the Highway Patrol as well. But having that, you know, on my back burner, like, hey, man, you know, you just impacted that person's life. You just allowed that person to be with their family for Christmas, Thanksgiving, all the holidays that they would have missed had you not supervised them or gave them a plan to exit. You know, they probably would to be successful.
Yeah.
You know, and that's pretty much that's what our department does. You know, so that's what that division is all about with the parole and probation. That is the division that you need to be in, because you're going to have those stories, and you're going to feel good about yourself, and they're going to feel great about themselves, and that's the type of people that we're looking for.
Good. And that's what we want to get the message out.
Yeah.
Trooper Wellman, you're the PIO. You know, we see you all the time on the, you know, the television and all these type of things. We learned the last Trooper Talk, which I never took into account, but you know, when a tragedy happens, that you're coordinating all these things. Put the media over here, put these people over here, put this here. You know, that it's not just, oh, I'm just going to show up, right?
Right.
And so there's a lot of things that go into your position.
Yes.
That it's not just, you know, drive around in a car.
Yeah, absolutely. The public information officer spot is, it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's very rewarding. I'm huge on community policing. I love being involved with my community. That's what it's all about to me, paying it forward. So with this position, that gives me the opportunity to get out front with our community more times than I'm responding to tragedies. I feel personally. I go to more events than I do tragedies, which is a good balance and keeps me in this spot. But yeah, when there's a tragedy, I definitely have to respond. I'm coordinating with media. I'm talking to the other agencies, finding out their side, finding out who's primary, who's handling, because you can't speak for another agency. I can only speak on behalf of Nevada State Police, so you always got to be careful to never overstep. It's just a lot of moving parts, and you're the information officer, so everyone's coming to you, and it's up to you to keep it all organized and choose your words correctly.
Yeah,
so
no,
it's a lot, but it's very rewarding.
Yeah, you do a great job.
Thank you.
And you know, we look forward to doing more things, you know, with the recruiting and all that type of stuff.
Absolutely.
Now we got some videos and some pictures. You ready? Talk to us about what we're seeing here.
So yeah, as you're seeing right now, this is a physical fitness test. These candidates are running the 1.5 mile and 300-meter dash. You must be able to complete these activities within a time limit, 20 minutes within the 1.5 mile and about 82 seconds in the 300-meter. Right now, you're seeing them do the Illinois Agility Run.
So that one of the main responsibilities of Trooper McFadden is not only recruiting and talking to people and educating, but he goes to job fairs, and this one right here was actually at our Southern Command here in Las Vegas. And so they'll put it on, they'll announce it, people can just show up, or they can contact Trooper McFadden prior, submit their information, they can come, they'll do the physical fitness test as well as administer the written test. So they can knock out 2 portions of the entire testing process right then and there and get them moving forward in the process. So that's his main function, is facilitating these testing sites.
And you know, we laugh and joke,
Right.
you know, it's a serious thing, but it's also, you know, it's a family, so there is the laughing and the joking and, you know, the friendship and all these type of things. It's not just like, you know, you're out in the wind.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, you know, you see a lot of people here, and so the purpose of this Trooper Talk is to get one person. Maybe somebody is seeing it from a different agency.
Right.
Talk to us about the transferring from another agency.
Yeah, you know, right now our lateral process, if you've been a police officer in another agency, another state, if you've been a police officer in another state, our process is a little bit different for you. So we'll waive the written test portion for you in our process. You'll have to come and do the physical fitness test. You do a polygraph, you go through your background check, you'll do a psychological evaluation, a medical clearance as well. And then we'll put you in our Advanced Academy. So these are for people that have been police officers already. We'll put you in our Advanced Academy. Our Advanced Academy is about 10 to 12 weeks long. We'll teach you defensive tactics. You'll go to rifle school. You do all the necessary things in our department so you can become a police officer with the Nevada State Police. And then you'll go through our 16-week field training program. In that program, you'll do traffic stops and just kind of learn how us as an agency operates. You've already been a police officer, but then you'll just learn the Nevada State Police way. And from there, your career can expand as many other officers have and promote up from there.
One of the things that Nevada State Police is different is this take-home car.
The take-home car is a huge incentive that our agency offers. We may not be one of the highest paying departments, but the take-home car, one time we did a survey and broke it down from wear and tear to gas mileage to oil changes, plus just your time alone. It's equivalent to about $10,000 a year you're saving in just wear and tear alone on your personal vehicle. I have prior experience of working for another police agency, and I'll tell you firsthand that, you know, we work 4/10s. We work 4 days a week, 10-hour days, which is actually awesome because then you get 3 days off, and it's very, very enjoyable. But when you don't have a take-home car, you know, your 10-hour days are looking at minimum 12 because you have to drive to your station. You have to change out. You have to load up your car, find a car, make sure it's all loaded up, ready to go. Then you go to your briefing. Then you hit the street. And then you come back, same thing. You have to unload your car, change out, and then drive all the way home. And so that's at least another 2 hours to your day minimum. Whereas for us, like you said, we get dressed at home. We sign on from our driveway, our garage, whatnot, from our patrol car, and we start our day. We end our day when we pull up in our driveway. You know, if you want to take lunch at your home, you can take lunch at your home. If you need to, you know, these are just like behind the scene things that are really important to myself personally, but like I have multiple friends on other agencies or around the valley that are first responders, and I love our freedom. I love that we can go anywhere we want. I can go have lunch and break bread with my friends, ask how they're doing, how their day's going, and I don't have to worry about being in a specific location where, as my other first responder friends are, I can only go, you know, this far. Can you meet me at this restaurant in this area? Because they don't have the freedom like we do, and those are the things that are a big deal to me and really make all the difference from my perspective, at least.
Absolutely.
And so at the IPOF car show, I'm a big fan of meeting everyone's family.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I got to
Right.
meet Trooper Woman's family and her daughter and all this stuff. And so, you know, those things, you know, really make a difference. You know what I mean? Like, you know, my wife and I are married 21 years. We don't have kids, but, you know, to people that do, you know, sometimes children get sick or sometimes these things happen. And so, you know, and for me, one of the things that I really love about the Nevada State Police is the community outreach.
Yeah.
And so Trooper Wellman's always out there with all the other troopers too, but, you know, talking to people, you know, like a normal person, you know what I mean? Like like that, you're not wearing the uniform.
Yeah.
And I think that it's very, very important. And I always want people to know that there's the human side of being a trooper.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So talk to us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to hit on with Trooper Wellman was just saying, time. You can't get back time. Time is the most valuable thing that I can think of on this planet is time. You know, just having that ability to go end to end shift, you know, and saving those 2 hours that you might not get at another agency. You get to have that quality time with your family now, you know, and that's what our department really hits on and hits the home run with, is that we give you that time now. You know, you're not begging or rushing to get to that time. Now you're making dinners. This is a career that you're probably going to miss some birthdays. You're probably going to miss some graduations. You're probably going to miss some big events in your family's life. So as much time as we can give you back, the better you are, you know, in a 30-year career that you're going to be doing with us. And, you know, just playing with the community engagement. You know, I've been with National Police Night Out. You know, I participated in that, you know, and just seeing the community come together, it's a wonderful thing. You know, everyone's excited. You're seeing a lot of laughs, you know, and you're able to talk within your community members on, you know, what's affecting the community, what we can do to change the community, and you get a lot of good feedback. So, you know, the community engagement is another thing, just, you know, in the police department that I love doing, and we can do as much of it as we want. You know, there's no limit in this agency. There's no one high up that's saying that you can't. So you can do as much as you want. So I really like that freedom to do that as well.
Yeah, I think so too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like for example, this weekend, it's the day before Mother's Day, Saturday, and we're doing this big event down at the Summerlin downtown mall. It's one of the biggest Mother's Day event that they host. It's called, I want to say it's some like Fit to Mom or something. I'll send you it, and then you can put it up. But it's amazing. All these mothers get to come out. There's all these vendors. They get to work out, bring their kids. And, you know, the lady that's running it, she contacted me and asked if I could reach out to some of the first responders in the Valley to come on out. And so I've got quite a few coming out, which will be a great time. But one of the obstacles was I called one of our fire departments, and they said, well, that's not our jurisdiction. You might want to double check that the other jurisdiction's okay with us coming out. And it's like this, almost like a territory thing. And I was like, what? So, but for us, we're the state, so we don't even think twice about that stuff. I'm just like, where do you need me? Where do you want us, right? We're coming.
No,
Anything for the
100%.
community. So, and a bunch of us are driving up tomorrow up to Carson City for the state memorial. And, like, you know, we literally are driving our patrol car all the way up to Carson City to go be there for our fallen and for their family and their loved ones. And we don't even think twice because we are the state. And it's just... It's amazing. It's amazing how even though there's all these miles apart that separate us, we're all still one. And we're big, but we're small enough to where we actually all know each other. And it's a beautiful thing. I love being a part of this family, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Let's talk about Trooper Micah May.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm sure that comes up, you know, that somebody, you know, when you're trying to recruit.
Yeah, some of our candidates, you know, they've seen the footage, the news, and you know, they always have kind words to say, you know, for our loss with Micah May. I worked very close with Micah May. During that time, we were working on day shifts, so together. So it's very difficult. As I say, we are a family. So having him, you know, not in the briefing room with you anymore, you know, it's a surreal thing that it's like, wow, you know, any given day, you know, we can be gone, you know. So when I go through, when I'm speaking to the candidates, you know, I let them know that, hey, yeah, this is a career that, hey, it's a real career that you're gonna be wearing a bulletproof vest. You're gonna be carrying a firearm. We're gonna be giving you these tools. It's not for show, but it's because it's the dangers that we deal with on a daily basis. So it's a reality check for them to kind of say, oh, okay, is this for me? You know, because we want to make sure this is the career for you before you get into our police academy, because, you know, we don't want you to get in the police academy and then, you know, you end up quitting because now you're finding out this is not for you. You know, we want to make sure that you know that, hey, this is the reality of our job. It's a dangerous job. However, it's a very rewarding job. And you have the community to back you as well. But we need to make sure that, hey, this is the job for you before you step foot in that academy, because the reality is that you may not come back home.
The day that Trooper Micah May passed away, talk to us about that day. Talk to us about where you were in the morning and, you know, things of that nature.
That particular day, I was off that particular day. It was my off day, that particular day. However, we were sister squads on day shift, so usually I work that stretch of highway, and he does not. So sometimes I play it back like, wow, if that was the day that I probably could have been working, I would have been in that mix as well. It's surreal when you hear the information and you see the footage and you see all your brothers and sisters working this tragic event or this case that's going on, and you're like, wow, that's usually me. I'm usually there. It's a situation that it was hard to look at. It was hard to deal with. It's still hard to deal with. So much was taken from his family that day. But we're supportive of his family, his wife. We still every event that we have, or even if it's not an event, our department's still contacting, and we'll always contact and be a part of their lives through graduation, his kids' graduation, through everything that goes. Because, like we said, and we keep hitting on it, it's a family. It's a family, and this department has not dropped the ball on that family, and we won't drop the ball on anybody that's in our department as far as family.
Sometimes we have to ask the tough questions.
Right.
When we had the Lieutenant White on here, he talked about when he had fatally shot someone, and the things that he had gone through.
We, as officers, we live with it. Yeah, that's like you said. You talked with Lieutenant White now, and that happened earlier in his career. And I'm pretty sure he remembers vividly every detail of that incident. We wear that. You're gonna remember that for the rest of your career, your rest of your life, and it's impactful for a lot of things that we do on this job. Yes, it's a 10-hour day, but really it's a lifetime. It's a lifetime thing. You're gonna remember every incident that's an impactful incident. You're gonna remember that. You're gonna remember the details of that. I don't know if you can.
That's why it's important for us as partners to always look out for each other and check on each other. The Lieutenant White's thing may have happened many years ago, but it was Halloween. It's a day I will never forget, and so you always got to make sure you check on him that day, because you just friendly text, hey, you doing okay? Sergeant Smacka, Route 91. It was very traumatic for him, and he played a crucial role in saving lives that night. But it's very important that we always send him a text, a call. Hey, just checking in on you. How you doing today, right? The anniversary of Coral's passing. We got to check on Trooper Otero, make sure he's doing okay. Same thing with the Micah May family. And that's where we, as an agency, as partners, when we took this oath, those are the things that we have to go above and beyond and make sure we don't drop the ball, like Trooper McFadden said, because those are the moments that are going to count in the long run to making sure that we're all okay mentally, physically, and just to know that you're not alone. So we have to look out for each other.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
I want you to look into that camera right here,
Yeah.
and tell everybody why they should become a trooper or work for Nevada Department of Public Safety and stuff like that. Give us a 30-second, call me right now.
Absolutely. Hey, Trooper McFadden here. We're recruiting for the Nevada State Police. This is the job for you. If you are looking to get in law enforcement, if you're looking to impact the lives of others, if you're looking to be in the community engagement, if you're looking to do more, do it today. Apply at nevadastatepolice.com. We're looking for DPS Officer 1, DPS Officer 2. We have many openings right now, 30-week academy, 16-week field training, take-home vehicles, many units, many other division, many stuff to do, This is the time now. We have academy starting August 29th. Hope to see you there.
And the last and final thing is talk to us about the transferring, if anybody wants to transfer in, what that does. Tell us that.
Absolutely. If you're in another police agency right now and you're looking to lateral over to our agency, right now, if you have a Nevada post, we'll waive the written test and the physical fitness test for you. That kind of propels you in the process going forward. If you are from an out-of-state agency, we will waive the written test for you. However, you still need to do the physical fitness test with us. The physical fitness standards are all on nevadastatepolice.com. You can visit that website and see all the requirements that you need to complete from that. But yeah, this is truly a great career. We have take-home vehicles. It's the perk of the job. Truly a 10-hour shift from your home destination to your end destination. More time with your family. And I mean, we've been here for a while, myself and Trooper Wellman, and I just don't see us going anywhere else.
All right, so Trooper McFadden, thank you. You know what I mean? We wanted to put that up there, you know, and so that, you know, we really try to get somebody.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like if we get one person, then we can start to get a second because maybe they, you know, I don't know, but, you know, people probably congregate together. So
Yeah.
maybe if there's two people or two friends or something like
Yeah,
that, you know what I
let's
mean?
go together.
Thank you very much. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
soon.